Rockstar is about three things. Here's how to be a rock star. You have balls, you have passion, fury, and you've got sex appeal. Hello and welcome. On today's episode of The Rock Show with Connor Farrell, we will be discussing Martin Scorsese, Shaft, and the slaughter of innocent women and children. Just kidding. I'm not going to talk about that one, but I got you. Anyways, welcome to episode 10 of The Rock Show with Connor Farrell. This episode is probably going to be called something like Inserting My Shaft. You know, I can't believe Martin Scorsese starred as Shaft. I think that was a big... It took a lot for, a black actor, an African-American actor like Martin Scorsese, to take on a picture, with such history, right? Really, frankly, that's what we're talking about here. I'm really comfortable, really comfortable right now. Guys, welcome, gals, the others. Welcome to The Rock Show with Connor Farrell, yo. That's what's up, yo. I'm gonna start doing a song every week. That's what I'm doing. Oh, by the way, The Rock Show with Connor Farrell, world's greatest rock star, the Vanilla Pitbull, world's greatest rock star, Connor O. Farrell. Now, you might be wondering, what are you doing? You're talking. You're not comfortable with the silence, and now you're talking about how you're not comfortable with the silence. You're making a lot of hand gestures to compensate for the fact that you are not comfortable with the silence. It's really bugging me out. I'm staring at the camera. The camera doesn't have any light, but I know you're back there. I know you're hiding behind there. No, here's the real thing. You see all these people. They're streaming on Twitch. They're streaming on all of these things, and they suck. They suck so bad. They're so bad at everything. And that's the thing is, and this is a call. This is a call to all people with any chutzpah, any, it factor, any moxie, kid. See, this is a call to you people. You people. You need to start doing shit. You need to start creating shit if you got the whole thing. See, I can't not create stuff. I'm going insane. I'm always going insane. But if I'm not making art, if I'm not recording, I'm not playing guitar, if I'm not doing anything like that, I go crazy. If I'm not watching movies, if I'm not doing art shit, if I'm not being artsy and expressive, I'm a wreck. I'm a wreck. I'm an asshole. I'm always an asshole, but I'm more of an asshole. And that's the theme of tonight's program, people, is you gotta, if you got to, you don't have to if you don't have to. If you're like me, though, and you gotta, move the hands. No, I'm kidding. You don't need to move the hands. But, you don't need to do shit. Don't let anyone tell you what you need to do, except for me. Listen to me. What I'm saying here is a lot of words. But hear how I'm saying it. It's how you said it. It's not what you said, it's how you said it. That's what they told me before they took my wife and my child away. My daughter, Letitia. My wife, Huang Tran. I'm kidding. Her name was Doreen. My wife. Well, she was also my daughter, but that's not important. See, that's the whole thing is, a lot of people, they come up to me, they say, can your wife be your daughter? And your wife can be your daughter. Rule number one, your wife can be your daughter. Don't listen listen to the Matrix trying to tell you your wife can't be your daughter. But that's not possible. But if your wife's your daughter, then how? Shut up! The Irish have inbred for generations. The French, any royalty, the English certainly have. The Austrians. So you don't think you could inbreed? You don't think you could marry your daughter, who would also give birth to herself? You don't think someone can give birth to themselves? You also don't think you could be married to them? Maybe you gotta go to Japan where the consent age is like 4. But still, you could pull a Woody Allen. Oh my God, we're off to a great start. We're off to a great start, people. See, here's the thing I really want to talk about. And Martin Scorsese, he makes such beautiful films. No, After Hours, such a good movie. It feels like how a dream feels. And it goes, and at first you're like, I don't know if I really am like caring for this. I'm kind of like, I'm here. But then the instant you stop thinking that, it just speeds through and you're taken on it, that pacing. It's to the end of the thing. Off comparison here, but it reminds me of the movie Crank starring Jason Statham. See, Crank, once it starts, woo! You're off to the races. Not those races. Only the fun races, like with horses and greyhounds, and track cars, and NASCAR, and Gravedigger. Gravedigger, the monster truck. See, here's the great thing is, the old school Fantastic Four movie, the one with Chris Evans is the Human Torch, and the other guy is Mr. Fantastic, and the one guy, hey, I'm friggin' New York here. I'm flipping. See, I'm not cursing, I'm not swearing right now, because I don't know. I'm going to start an OnlyFans, okay? Y'all gonna see me on the OnlyFans, and then you're going to know what's happening. See, you're not going to understand. You people, you don't understand. You don't understand. You're watching the origin story. You're watching the becomings of a genius. You're seeing a man trapped in the cycles, in the cage, on the wheel of American society, and I'm going to go, and I'm going to burst off. See, I'm going to burst that. Yeah, I'm going to burst off. And see, here's the thing is, you're witnessing the creation, the making. This is the origin story. This is before the Batman. This is when he's in the cave and he's crying and he's coming on Robin's back. This is the origin story. This is what you're watching right now. All of this is preamble. This is all the build-up. This is all the foreplay. This is all what's coming before. And you're not ready for what's going to occur later. And that's just swell. And you know, that's right. And that's good. And you're not listening, but you're listening. You're not listening, but you're listening. And that's why I love you. I don't know where I went. I don't know where I go. Don't you fucking call me mentally disabled or slow. I wouldn't appreciate that. We're going to take a water break. Count how many snaps. We're at 4, 5. How many snaps did you count? Follow along in tonight's episode guide. How many snaps did you count? How many did you count? I did 26. I don't know if this is recording. We're going to do a quick check. Is it still recording? Look at that. You're still there. Guys, we're still on air tonight. We're still on air. Listen to the voice. See, I'm going to start doing a song a week. That's what I'm going to start doing. A song every week. It's going to come out. Black Licorice, the greatest band of all time. Black Licorice, the world's greatest rock band. Connor O'Farrell, the world's greatest rock star. Connor Farrell, the world's greatest rock star. You know, some call me the Steve Martin of comedy. Some call me, you know, the Buffalo Bills. They call me the Vanilla Pitbull. They call me Mambo Jumbo. They call me Rumble Tumble. They call me Spin Doctors. They don't call me Spin Doctors. They call me Anna. They call me Ace K. They call me Artificial Sweetener. They call me Bigelow Billingsley the 15th. They don't call me that. I'm going to have a bunch of kids. Oh, here's the other thing, too. Serious stuff here. The Rock Show with Connor Farrell. Once again, in case you forgot where the fuck you are. Subscribe to the OnlyFans, okay? OnlyFans is going to be unedited. So when I talk about beep, or beep, beep. That's where it's going to be. You're going to go on OnlyFans and you're going to find the beep, beep, the uncut, the unadulterated adult content. No, it's not going to be, it's going to be, though, it's going to be, too fun for YouTube. Not, funky and fresh. It's going to be where the good stuff is. No, it's really because I don't want to get kicked off Patreon. And they're going to be like, you said a thing, you said a thing, you said a thing, a thing, a thing, ding, 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 da da ding. I said a thing, yeah, I said a thing, I said a thing, I said a thing that got me banged off the internet. Do 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 do. I said a thing that got me bent. I said a thing to a man in a big long track suit. I kicked him in the nuts. I saw him walking in the street. I said, "Hey there, guy, Mr. Guy Man, you guy man there." I said, I kick you in the nuts. Woo, in the balls. Da 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 da. I kick you. In the testicles. I kick you in the balls. I find you on the street corner, and I look at you in the eyes, and I go, "Damn, Zowie, Mama, that's a. I'm gonna kick you in the testicles." I say, "That's a great. You look like a great victim. I'm gonna victimize you. I'm gonna take the foot, and it's gonna go ah, and that's gonna hit you, and it's gonna go ah, 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 and it's gonna go doo doo, blah blah, blah 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 blah, boom, 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 boom. Boom. And then you go, ow! Cause I kicked you in the testicles. I kicked you. Ba-da-dum, ba-da-dum, ba-dum, da-down, da-da-da-down, 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 da-da-da-down. I kick you in the balls, bitch. I find a white hussy on the street corner. I go, my golly gee, you white hussy. I'm gonna take my foot and I'm gonna kick out. I'm gonna microphone for this podcast. 'Cause I don't care. I don't give a flying fuck. I don't give a shit. And it will never suck because you know that I got my heart. Get in the balls, bitch. I run up on a back. I wish a bitch would. And I would kick it in the nuts. Because girls can have nuts too now, right? That's your guaranteed boomer joke per episode. I hope you love snapping. I've been snapping for 45 minutes now. We're in the toaster. You're not getting out of the toaster. This is not a 19... I don't know when the thing started. You know what I'm going to reference. But... to the end, and then in 1945, they bombed Dresden. They bombed it. The guy committed suicide. He was a painter. He was in Australia. I can't even say suicide on YouTube. See, that's the thing is, like, the songs by, like, Ozzy Osbourne, I think Suicide Solution. There's a great record called Blizzard of Oz. Isn't that funny? See, Ozzy's around a lot of great things, and he's really good when he's in Sabbath, and he goes, "That is where boots and you got to believe me." See, that is, no one has any clue. That's Jack the Stripper / Fairies Wear Boots. It's the last song off Paranoid. I think Paranoid's like 7 or 8 songs. It's the last one, and it's really annoying, because I was up in Oregon. I was up in Oregon, and I was in Coos Bay. It's a really cool, like, little town. And I was talking to a guy who was a tech developer, and he was like really cool. And we were by a fire in Coos Bay, Oregon. It was Lakeside, Oregon. It's by Coos Bay. Anyways, This is the Southwestern Oregon College is over there. Anyways, it's like 30 minutes away from there. Maybe 15, 20. There's some sand dunes. You can go driving around in your motor car. Anyways, I was in my motor car, and I was sitting around a campfire. Let's get back to it. I was sitting around a campfire, and there was a man, and what did the man look like? The man was, I think he was bald. He had more of a pastier complexion, but he was talking to me about very, more like psychedelic concepts, transcendental, ethereal planes, that kind of thing. And I don't got a problem with that, I don't have a strong opinion one way or the other. I don't got a problem, I don't got a solution. I just like to see where you're at. And so I was talking to this guy, and he goes, you do music? And I go, yeah. It's called Black Licorice, the greatest band of all time. And this guy goes, he looks at me, he sniffs me, he sniffs me, and he goes, he sniffs me, and he's like a monkey, and I tell him, why you sniffing me like a monkey, dude? This is not what I signed up for. I come to this town, you sniff me like a monkey. And he's sniffing, and he goes, you got a band, right? And I go, yeah, I got a band. He goes, well, what's it called? And I go, Black Licorice, the greatest rock band of all time. And he goes, okay, well, that's like cool and all. Do you like Black Sabbath? And I go, fuck, do I like Black Sabbath? Look at me. Do I like Black Sabbath? Come on. Do I fucking like it? Anyways, I mean, I don't know, the first Black Sabbath album, you kind of want to skip around some things. But The Wizard's really good. Wicked World, but then like The Wasp, like, it's Black Sabbath, but it's no The Wizard. Not getting striked for humming The Wizard, but here is the thing. Second Black Sabbath record, Paranoid. More consistently good. Anyways, whole point is, Masters of Reality, great. And then Volume 4 is the one with the most swag. That feels like the rawest, the most creative, and I feel like that's where the best, like, tones and sounds and, like, their approach. This is before the drugs take them too far. I gotta listen again to Sabbath, Bloody Sabbath. I don't really have an informed opinion. I haven't heard it that many times. But, he goes, so Paranoid, second Sabbath album. You might know like Rat Salad, you might know War Pigs, you might know Paranoid, you might know Iron Man, you might know literally any song off the record except for this one. He goes, do you know fairies wear boots and you got to believe me? And I go, fairies wear boots? No, I have no clue what you're speaking to. He's like, what are you talking about? It's Black Sabbath. And I go, I'm a poser bitch. I need to unalive. I need to exit the game. I need to hop to the bottom of the ocean and eat some bricks, eat some lead. Consume a healthy dietary balance of minerals and fibers. See, here's the thing. Don't turn on the TV, because that's what others see. And music is as bad as eating chocolate ice cream. Movies are as bad as eating. This is the wise words of Rivers Cuomo from Weezer. I feel a real spiritual bond to, I would say, Rivers Cuomo. Let's say Steve Martin. Let's say Andrew Dice Clay. Let's go Billy Butcher from The Boys. But yet also Homelander from The Boys. See, I'm two sides of the same coin. Autism. No, but that's just what you get when you got 190 IQ. So you're going at the speed right now. I probably slurred a lot of my words together. Didn't really articulate myself well. How am I holding myself? How's my composure? How's my composure? Does this look good? This look good? How do I look? I need to look into the camera. A normie might call this schizophrenia. No, this is what happens when you get up at 3 a.m. You get up at 3 a.m. and you chug like 600 milligrams of caffeine. And then you end up here And really, you know what I need? I need a piece of paper. That's what I'm going to talk about. No, so I'm in Oregon, right? I'm going to finish that. I was in Oregon, and it's Fairies Wear Boots. I didn't recognize it. I feel like a doofus. I go and listen to the song, I'm like, there's a banger. Why didn't I know that Fairies Wear Boots? I feel very silly. And I'm a silly guy, but this was not one of the silly guy sillies. This was like, I felt like silly. Like I was supposed to be like a Muppet, and then I was a man, not a Muppet. And so that's a Jason Segel moment, bottom text. Anyways, this is a man trying to escape. Here's my goal. Rockstar. Check. World's greatest rock star. Already done. Now, second is castle. We're not there yet. Castle. I'm going to have a castle. I don't know how. I don't care how. I'll probably have, like, a bunch of other, like, people living with me at the castle. We'll make it, like, reality TV. We'll make it, like, a whole media entertainment thing, reality TV. It'll be fun. It'll be everything. It'll be everything and nothing and yet everything. It's going to be reality TV. It's going to be huge. It's going to be Rick and Morty. It's going to be 8,000 seasons. This is episode 10. And see, but now there's going to get a lot. They're going to pick up. I don't even know if I'm going to flip and edit this. I don't even know. I'm going to go into Adobe. I'm going to go to Premiere Pro. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to type in it, and I'm going to do a thing. See right here, you're seeing or what I'm seeing when I look at the camera is the flat frame. There's no things on it. See, I might put an effect on. See, I'm not going to edit this. So it's either on the whole time or it's not on at all. Anyways, yeah. This is episode 10. What am I talking about? Martin Scorsese. He makes the best films. I want to grab him by his ears and I want to shake him and I want to say, thank you. Thank you for making such beautiful films. That is a song that was, thank you. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you. That is a song by the band King Missile. I believe from New York. I'm not sure if the state or the city. Probably a little bit of both. Don't ask me. Anyways, King Missile. They have that song, Detachable Penis. But it's a lot of like good mix of like slam poetry with kind of like interesting like music and instrumentals and stuff. There's one called Take Stuff From Work. I go listen to that. Go listen to King Missile. Go listen to Take Stuff From Work. Martin Scorsese. Go listen to Viva Volvoid or whatever, how you pronounce it. Detachable Penis is probably the first one to listen to, but if you don't like it, listen to the other ones. They're all weird. And you need to listen to them all the way through. And then, yeah, so you're going to want to listen to Fairies Wear Boots by Black Sabbath. You're going to want to listen to Supernaut by Black Sabbath. You're going to want to listen to, what did I say? The Volvoid, Detachable Penis, Take Stuff From Work, Martin Scorsese. Those are your assignments for today. But when we come back, you're going to have to listen to... Actually, here's another assignment. Listen to the whole first System of a Down record. Do that. So Martin Scorsese, System of a Down, the self-titled one. And let's just go Fairies Wear Boots and Supernaut. So Black Sabbath. You've got System of a Down, Black Sabbath, and King Missile. Those are your homework assignments. I hope you can handle it. I hope you're beautiful. See, here's the thing is, all my listeners, all my viewers, all my fans, you're big brains. See, this is going to be the fun one because everyone's going to go back and go, this was the first, like, proper good video one. This is the one where he was really himself. This is who he really is. Isn't that crazy? And, like, look at how crazy and hyper he was when he was a kid. Maybe he was, like, worried he was going to never make it. Maybe he was like, what the fuck's going to happen? Maybe he had existential dread. Maybe he was like, you spent all these years doing all these things in school and you go to all these places and then just for you to end up outside and you go, like, what the fuck was I doing? Like, it was good, now I know, but I know for certain what? I know that I should have started podcasting, doing stand-up and playing gigs and releasing more music. I should have started recording, releasing my own music. I should have started recording, releasing podcasts. and I should have maybe done some open mics. That's probably what I probably should have done is recorded music, done podcasts, and done some skits when I had time. And if I would have done that, maybe like 4 years ago, instead of going to college. No, but I could have done it at the same time. But you learned all the other things. You learned the things. I mean, if I had a time machine, if I had $1 million, oh, first Eminem album, Slim Shady. Wicka Slim Shady. I was in the 80s. Yabba-dabba-do. You want to see my nail? I bit my nail. You guys like that? You really like that? Yeah. So you kind of come out the other side. You kind of sit there and no, because here's the whole thing. Here's what I'm going to do. I don't know if it's going to be a year. I don't know if it's going to be 3 years. Maybe it'll be 10. I really hope it's not 10. I don't think it'll be 10 though. I think I got enough riz. Co-riz. And I think with the music, that'll either go viral or just be a really good place to build up fans and a following through the podcast, because I'm pretty wild. I'm a wild, silly guy. TikTok that. No, seriously, TikTok it now. It's like, no. See, it's like, you don't understand. TikTok needs to see how am I supposed to watch the Five Nights at Freddy's movie? That movie sucked, by the way. That's a bad movie. Ooh, getting freaky. I hit a button with my foot. I hit a button with my foot and I went, ooh, and it popped my booty. Anyways, Five Nights at Freddy's movie sucks. But it's like, no, you think about it, it's like, how am I supposed to ejaculate to the Five Nights at Freddy's movie if there's no Lola Bunny, if there's no Officer Julie Hopps? How am I supposed to do that? How am I supposed to reach an existential experience, transcendent experience on the border between order and chaos and beauty, and that's where it is. It's transcendent, and see, it's like, how am I supposed to reach that without Officer Julie Hopps being double penetrated by a donkey? It's like, no. Think about it. It's like, no, it's turning into an Irish thing. It was supposed to be kind of like, Dr. Jot and Peace, but now it's devolving into like somewhere kind of, it's like, and it's quite crazy. It's quite crazy. It's turning into it's turning into an awful Australian accent. But it's like, no. It's no. It's like, no. How about now? It's turning into Dr. Evil. How about Zip It? Zipit.com. Gravy, baby. There we go. We missed one. Steve Martin, Austin Powers. These are my literally me's. Beside, I'm Ken. I'm Ryan Gosling. I'm always Ryan Gosling. But, don't forget it. Ryan Gosling, meh. Anyways, we've got Steve Martin. We've got Dice. Is that fridge closed? Fuck you. I didn't mean that. I don't want to have to edit this one. I don't care. I'm not saying anything about a war that's going on. You know which one. Man, it's wild. You're seeing this. You're probably, I'm assuming most people are seeing this in the future, right? At least a year from now when I'm proper, famous, right? And when I say famous, I mean with the people who it matters, which is the entire underserved rock population of the United States, the entire demographic that's only listening to old fucking bands. You know why that is? It's because no one else knows you can just do it. You're allowed to do it. You see how many shitty comedians there are who have giant podcasts, giant specials? These are people, not impressive people. And that should be inspiring. I'm taking a little bit from Michael Malice's book. He talks, in the political realm, these are not impressive people, and look at what they've accomplished. Usually he's talking about people who are detractors and always trying to tear other people down. But this holds the same, too, with people, right? You look at the podcast medium, you look at the publishing, the ticky-tackies, you look at all these different, mechanisms through which you can get exposure, and then you can actually have an audience, go down a rabbit hole of your content, this giant breadth of work from which they can familiarize and they can contextualize, a way to be a fan. Really, you need that's the thing is, as a rock star, you owe it. You owe it. You owe it to them. They don't owe anything to you, right? You really don't. No one deserves anything. No one's entitled to anything. But if you're talking about actually doing it, you gotta give people, you can't get in your ego's way of, well, I don't like it, it's not good enough, it's not perfect, it's not long enough, oh, it's only 30 seconds, it's not a full song. It doesn't matter. Go listen to like a Gorillaz record where it's like, oh, hello, oh, I need help. That's a sample for like 30 seconds at the beginning of that song, and the next 30 seconds is just stuff. And so the whole point is, I owe it to these hoes. I owe it to these harlots. Let's put it romantical. I owe it to these harlots, you see. I owe it to be a rock star. Because if I'm not a badass rock star, then who are they to lust over? They're supposed to lust over you. Does that make any sense? Does that make any sense? No! That's why I'm here. I'm here to be objectified. I am a commodity. JK, I'm a brand. The brand is Connor Farrell, but starting out, our brand is Rockstar. Our brand is wild. It's comedic. Is that because I engineered it? It's because I looked at who I am and I said, how would you describe it? That's what I did. I didn't, and here's a little tip for you kiddos. You don't go, and I'm 21, life coach here, but I'm going to tell you what worked for me. Here's how I figured out my personal brand in 3 easy steps. 1, what I did was I found some Asian children. I had these Asian migrant children working in a factory. I said, who's a good little boy? Who's a good, and I said, back to work on factory. And you're going to say, cancel him, that's racist. I don't care. That's the whole point. That's the brand. See, now you're starting to get it. The whole point is, I don't give a fuck. That's the whole point. That's the whole point of being a rock star. Rock star is about 3 things. Here's how to be a rock star. You have balls. You have passion, fury, and you've got sex appeal. That doesn't mean you're sexy. It doesn't mean you look the best. That just means you are a sexual animal. Well, what if they cancel? And what if? Then it's not for you. Balls. Well, what if I say this thing and the people don't like it, and my friends and what if my employer? Then don't be a rock star. Simple. You don't do a rock star to get clout, to get girls, to do any of these things. You do it because you have the fury. It's because you can't fucking do anything else. It's because you're going to go crazy if you don't fucking do it. It's the only thing there is. It's the only reason to be alive. That's what it takes to be a rock star. Now, if you don't want to be a rock star, good. Get the fuck out. But if you do, hit me up. Come join me. Join me on this miraculous journey as the world's greatest rock star. Join my crew. Join my crew. Join my crew. Is it even rolling? Is the camera still rolling? I don't know. I don't care. Because I'm the world's greatest rock star. I don't say that lightly. I don't say that because I want to be or because I need to. It's the only, and so I use need in the sense that it's the fundamental want. You don't need anything. No one needs anything. Need doesn't exist. Need is only contextual to want. If there's a stated want, there may be things due to constraints that you need to do. There are constraints that need to be, adhered to achieve a want. But you don't need to do anything in isolation. Needs do not exist independently. Needs are subjective. Needs are constraints subjected from wants. They're subjective from wants. So if you think about it like, well, I need food and water. It's like, no, you don't. Well, I do, or else I don't stay alive. It's like, yeah, because you want to stay alive. I need food and water. Feud. Family Feud. I need Steve Harvey. I need big, strong, burly Steve Harvey. No. I'm not kidding. No, I'm not kidding. Anyways, look at my nails. Anyways, listen here. Jason Statham. That's not a Jason Statham talks. It is a Jason Statham talks right now. My bedtime's 7 p.m., guys. I need to go to bed at 7 so I can wake up at 4 a.m. And so I can play with the kittens at 4 a.m. So I can screech into another podcast episode. So I can edit a fucking podcast. I can make a thumbnail where I put some racist shit on there. I put some stuff. I say the Browns. I say the Yellows. I say the Whites. I say the Irish. I say the Jewish people. I say all of these things, and I bait you with clicks, and I clickbait all over the place. Anyways, the whole thing is the want that I have, the fundamental want, is to be a rock star, and then also to be alive. It's rock star, but I need to be alive to be rock star. So it's rock star for maximum amount of time, so therefore I need to be alive for the longest amount of time. You see what I'm saying? The fundamental want, it's like, why? You keep asking why. You start with why, right? Simon Sinek, I think, is the author of the book Start With Why. Anyways, you go down the rabbit hole. You go hop, 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 hop. And you go down the hole, and, I started like, I want to play guitar. Why? I want to do music. I want to do. It's because I have a fury. It's because I can't do anything else. I can't not do it. I can't not do it as much as I can. It's the thing I have to do. It's the thing. There isn't another thing. There's no other thing for being alive. Sex, food, and any other desire, they're all superseded. Rock is all that there is for me. It's all there ever will be. There is no me without rock. Because that's who I am. I'm a rock star. The world's greatest rock star. Now, on that note, am I going to have an OnlyFans? Yes. Am I going to sell a product? Yes, I will. Am I going to put out a song every week? I will. And am I the world's greatest rock star? You already know the answer to that. On that note, go to Black Licorice on Spotify. Go to Connor, Conner, Connor, not Conor, O, period, Farrell, Conner, O, period, Farrell on Instagram. So once again, Conner, O, period, Farrell. On Twitter, I believe it's just Connor Farrell, no O or period. CONNERFARRELL. Twitter, I get more rambunctious. Instagram is more for the hoes. So, head on over, follow on there, follow on YouTube. Go listen to Black Licorice if you haven't. The song that's going to come out this week, the week that this is being recorded, I think I'm uploading a song this weekend, so it won't come out till next week. So next weekend, it'll probably be the song you hear in the intro and outro, which is, I don't need you. I don't need you. Oh, no, 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 I need you. Need you. Oh, I don't need you. Oh, I don't need you. La 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 la. Anyways, the high IQ Jew, we out in this bish.